already seen that on an individual basis, they can easily go toe-to-toe with this Apex roster.
They chunked some damage,
two
man.
of them already tagged fairly low in this round without even seeing anyone.
You're right, Tom. We have definitely seen that they can go.
So they take over towards C. They tank a little bit of damage, and in reaction, well, I say in reaction,
that very slow start.
All they did was fight heavy C, fight heavy A, and they get A, and they did damage on the C players.
The same sort of scenarios popping up their ugly heads. Both pistols, one in the last, 13-9 to close. It's a disappointing scoreline.
Any teams I like from Pacific Ascension? I've only watched DSG. I actually watched like 3 games from DSG to qualify. Just because I was relatively interested to see what's happening with them.
No one to fall just yet.
And they look good, but again, I don't know anything about the other teams there, so can't really comment much.
Ooh, it's a awkward battle up close.
There's a lot of low HPs here.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy pickup. Spy has managed to hit one with a collat, and it's turned into a clutch scenario. Mo to try and face off against two. As said, he's had many a great scenario for this squad.
Very nice, man. Still some low HPs. Like this could have been the opposite way. Okay, in terms of pistols, 2-1. Apex get their first pistol.
But it doesn't.
In the end,
something that, again, if you can keep it clean, it sets you up with a wonderful bonus. But personally, I prefer having at least a pistol or something in there, just because it allows you a small margin for error. This leaves none.
That is that's a big knife, man.
And they've already lost
that's
two.
some nice shots also, though. We got some guns down. Do we just pivot to go get them?
Have gone their way,
it becomes very obvious in the next 5 seconds that they're doing this, though. It's going to
be incredibly costly for the next round. Kayak is ready and waiting. I think this should be easy pickings for him.
Yeah, and we can...
I don't know exactly where he is, but again...
We know there's a gun here, so he's probably going to repeat.
Catastrophe for Apex.
It really would. It's the danger of this kind of investment. Solka's just 20 HP. It's time to get out of there. Create some distance. The net will do exactly that. Luckily, he's going to cling on to life.
XQC still wants to buy a Valorant roster.
On 70.
I feel like
this is a very doable round for TU, and sure,
yeah,
they're tagged
man,
up
I
as
kind of
well,
wish.
but
Kind of wish
no pressure on their
Tier 2
shoulders.
was
B-side
looked at a bit differently.
Reveal for the right. Plant
in terms of like Riot, I think they could do some really cool stuff, man.
Better. Now it's Apex that have to push into them, and not only that, they have so few players they can't contain them properly. 2 are coming from C side, so Sand has all this space to loiter and try to find a nasty little angle. In fact, almost sneaking his way through. I don't think Solka saw it, and with the low HP, can't win the fight. A beautiful headshot for Sand, and an upgrade now as well.
I mean, this is really hard to retake now.
So
what the hell was that?
Kayak may
what was that?
Seal this one in. Spy won't land both shots, but there was an opportunity.
I mean, it was still nice. Look, that timing was really good on Heaven. I think it was just a visual bug and he had his gun out.
Yeah, and it was already very great opportunity for the Ultimates to have a much easier bonus round than would have been expected.
Don't do what I think you're
going
to do, guys.
Everything we've just talked about hinges on them actually landing this round, right? Like the damage and so on. It's undone if they lose. 3 sheriffs, 1 actual rifle. It's a vandal.
What a flash!
Well,
oh, that's a gun. We can take this.
Open it up.
Extra
Beautiful flash to open it. Avova. Paranoia used, cutting off the Raze, who's now around the back of the site and traded after just 1. That's a great return.
Yeah, they got the passing advantage. They push down. They get the gun as well.
Rifles. They're set up for success.
One person all goes Heaven, they can all dodge this and then insta-clear the space that they would have taken.
It's not going to connect onto anybody, but that's enough that they can at least try and gain some ground. Timing here will be everything, because it was only just dodged. Spy has been dinked up as well. This is getting into really dangerous territory. The damage in the last round becomes meaningless if they lose it, and now Soulcast has found another. This was 3 pistols and a couple of rifles, and it's turning... well, more than competitive, trying to cling on to things. A double, valid. And while the swing around looking to come through from...
the timing.
Missed the boat a little bit here. The shot's not quite
what
connected.
A swing from Mosey.
And now Mo just trying to hold on. A 1 versus 2, but he's sectioned off, having to try and spam
away,
away.
Dude, this wall, man.
As he does. He will
got too much HP on it.
Apex are going to make this 3-0.
Oh,
and
bro, they want to...
I don't think anybody wants to face. I think it's... a team that on their day
opted to not go for the full buy.
Will likely ascend. They have looked impressive.
We're going to see a B retake.
Whether or not experience will be able to outdo them. For now, though, that early pause, a wake-up call. This isn't their map choice. That slipped away from them already. And although they've had their moments in these last couple of rounds, that last
what did that clip?
Should have been
that was the nade on the other side. Okay. I was so confused by that.
Still having a rifle for Sand, something to try and do some damage.
Like this from these two, though.
Of a teammate.
Yeah, and love this from Hype as well, pushing over towards behind, over towards B main. People that watch my stream know that if people take care, you pretty much win the after plant.
A single kill, a second as well.
Yeah, do they expect a second guy here? I mean, they're not going to win, but they did pretty good damage-wise. Shout out to Hype here as well. Camera spots over towards C, nothing here. B pressure.
It would be tough to just take him on the side, but it wasn't the side, it was head on because Hype was facing him. And the problem really is just that the players on site didn't have rifles. If they delayed that push by 5 seconds, that flank is devastating. The double flank especially, they get so much damage done. Instead, well, they're able to react accordingly even after a double kill, and it's just too much wiggle room.
Just as the cage
Apex.
goes in.
4-0 up.
Yeah, it can break that. They had 2 people here, so they can keep 4 people here. Knife goes in, hits 4 as well.
A number of players here from the side of Apex. They know that TU were grouped up outside A, but they expect them to migrate.
I guess Omen's going to one-way this.
That's the thing. That wall was
and then
thrown in.
One-way this again.
It was going to be the defensive side rotating off of A. It being broken kept them for a while, but eventually they will make that move. There's also an incredibly deep trip which has just been destroyed.
There goes your smokes on attack.
It's not even like it's a secret that they're going to head towards this C site. Hype's only job was to delay, and with an advantage already for his team.
Oh, wait, they did so much damage on this guy.
In fact, he can almost wait, but as further responses coming in from this defensive side, the advantage will be kept.
30 seconds left.
Oi, no. Just got him.
Sand has been taken, snatched away.
And then they knew exactly where he was for the spam. Wait, this was sick. Dude, the deadlock value's through the roof at the moment. Holy hell, camera into nade. Wait, this Lotus.
A late round irritation, but to
Apex
actually pull
plays the best deadlock on Lotus. Looks really good so far. I didn't watch enough of it was M80 right that everyone was hyping up on this map. Didn't really watch enough of them on this.
Again, looking to deny the pot flash alongside the net.
Ooh, nice shots. Dude, I still feel like the carry flashes are really good at the moment as well.
Where I almost feel like it's least expected.
Got followed up on Soulcast for a little bit here. ADS.
He kind of does it in any and all positions. Now they at least know where one man stands. And he again,
I mean, that was unlucky, man. Sandy had some nice kills. Individually, this guy's looking good.
I don't think it's particularly close.
What is this change up from Apex?
At this point, you can't be happy. Nothing is working.
Yeah, I mean, instant reaction over towards A, force them into a setup where you have double.
It feels like it. Sometimes it seems like the team has a small advantage. But this right here,
a great knife as well. Where they go back, they open the door, they knife. Or did they do a knife over the top?
They just can't catch a break.
They fought so much stuff.
They've invested everything, and they got a 4K in the last. Just got spammed through smokes, and then Solka sidesteps to one-tap spy. Avova doubles up on the fight.
Wait, they look so legit right now.
Is on lockdown. Khaled.
Oh my god.
The way to see with ult though, they could recover this spike.
They look so good right now. Here we go, man. Let's see it. 1v5.
This would be one way to make a name for yourself.
Juniper, thank you so much for the prime, bro. Appreciate the 5 months.
5. His team have helped him out by doing 0 damage.
Nice.
And that is how the round will conclude. Not a single point.
This is a really cool Lotus. I can't remember if I've watched Apex on Lotus before, or at least since they've been using this comp. I might have, and maybe I didn't pay as much attention, but it's really nice what they got at the moment. The KO, yeah, the KO's got some cool stuff.
As a retake, but the rest of them you can put in that bracket. A desperate need for something. Most ults have been expended, but a lot of them are getting close again. Showstopper online. This time Sand again. He's going to be just fighting this alone. In fact, he'll meet the opposing Showstopper and is gone from action already.
Fighter's not found his mark. A close position of Hype. Well, it won't be used right
she stopped him from trying to react anyway.
Down to you, but it hasn't sent them in the other direction. And no one seems to be clearing this from the
way in.
They've spotted him with the boom bot, but not reacted in time. Fighter luckily closed his Hype down before he can do much more, but all 3 players stuck. They've walked through the choke point. They're looking for a fight.
He was not aware of that angle.
Door opens,
nice shots, maybe.
For Apex,
yeah, maybe Apex messed this one up a little bit. It's a nice kill though.
Halid, his dropped.
Dude, spike out in the open. Spike out in the open.
Dropped on the other side of the door. Oh, from bad to worse.
Oh god, it's nice shots from him as well, man. That was like their closest round.
For the ultimates, even if they lose the pistol, it could
oh,
all be over at that stage.
Here that goes over towards
again,
there.
A couple of ultimates online. Again, those
what is this?
haven't had
Is he throwing? How's he throwing
impact.
It lands so fast that it's on the floor, right?
Is this the first time we've had
this
the
jump
lockdown?
throws it?
That would be nuts, but
that's cool.
Considering he has one kill, it must be.
Well, yeah, he's not.
Wait, there are orbs on the map. I would say those are in thin air.
I mean, normal thickness air, Tom. I wouldn't say it's thin. It's not particularly high altitude. I saw the ocean outside.
Not picking
so
them out of the orb tree. Just looks up. There's an orb tree. Oh.
Well, he's not being here. But even then, you know, on an attacking side that doesn't typically have the space to take an orb, I would be surprised if they've been committing them to Mo. And this could be awkward. Hype needs to run. If you've got a Viper, you can slow them, but not as the Cypher. They just run straight through, disrespect the utility, take the fight, and walk in where they quickly meet their demise. This one seems to be
whoever
cleaned
gets
up
this guy enough seasons sounds so good. If they don't qualify, they might qualify.
I wouldn't even mind if he used the lockdown. Like, genuinely. Like, I understand in this sort of circumstance, normally you wouldn't, but at 8-0 down, in desperate need of a round, gaining any space could be huge. Timing hasn't worked out. And the only other thing is it does lock him into a site. It forces him to commit to A. But at this stage, he's almost just looking, well, maybe for a gun change, just to be a little bit more mobile. Even still, though, he's running into the unknown.
Omen flash. It's going to Omen flash off
this. But he might just want to try and
save
it for that
post
plant. And already the pressure coming through. Paranoia, immediate. The steps will be heard. He's left completely blind.
Nice and easy on
and
this.
Any semblance of hope quickly dissipated. 9-0. The chances fell away. The second well, again,
really good chance to 12 numbers.
I will say I've heard amazing things about the Valorant anti-cheat, but when he does stuff like that, I start to question it.
Yeah, real. And we see a lot of them in the replay, but when you're on board with them, like figuring out how he knows to do that in that moment of the round, the position of the player, how do you know he's not going to shoot you in the head? I don't get it. Like,
where it's like, we know where the guy he's sliding towards is, and it's still, sometimes I get lost when he's spinning around. Even the players he's up against are like, where'd he go? And they can hear him coming.
We've seen some really cool Lotuses, man. It's almost a shame that Lotus is going out.
Just like
look at some of the Lotuses we've seen. We had everyone copying Fnatic. Got a little bit sussed out. Then we started seeing people doing like Breach instead of the Viper. That was pretty cool for a while. And then now, like right now, we have EDG with their double smoke comp, which is mental, but it looks really cool. We have this as well. Like there's so many good Lotus comps at the moment. It's a bit of a shame that it's going out.
Utilized. There goes the Viper's pit for the second time. It is immediately lost.
Right, how many times is this guy going to hit his ult?
Well, Halid has to try and fight, and he has to try and fight alone. He doesn't even have enough bullets.
God, the KO util is incredible as well. Farfar, thank you so much. I think teams don't attack Odin enough against it.
And it could be 100. There's a 0 after TU. They've been stopped in their tracks.
This one, that's Kayak, bro. That looked nuts, man. This guy is crazy good.
There are no ecos anymore.
I know he didn't get all those kills, but I think like give him an extra half a second on some of those duels.
Can we just roll that whole, not a replay, just roll the whole round again? Honestly, it only took 15 seconds. We've got time in the buy time. Whoa. Their opponents just pushing through a one-way smoke and all get one tap.
That's the first kill. That hasn't happened for a while.
Because if that happened, then fair enough. But there's not a heartbeat for TU. I mean, they need to be resuscitated to then have a chance. Halid,
here we go.
He's putting in a good show.
Great trade though. 3v3 retake, by far their best chance. Double kill Molly.
Expended. I don't think there's going to be any more in this round either. It's going to come down to the firefights. We've seen so many a retake. The pot flash, it's wrecked Mo, but there's nobody able to react in time. Fighter, Spy, they combine. Round number 1 looking like it might come up as the final round of the half. And
they're on the board.
The time
here on Lotus. This map clearly for Apex and Tom. This pistol.
I don't think it's the best example.
Needs to go to TU. So
I kind of like franchising, to be honest
they're gonna
with
have
you.
a chance.
I'm like one of the only few.
Hey, as said, in recent history,
I don't think this game works. I don't think this game works with loads of other orcs doing it, to be honest.
But we're looking for silver linings. And basically, we're looking for Apex to choke the hell out of this game if there's going to be any chance. They go on to the attack. For most teams, that's the stronger side. And for the ultimates,
CS just works because of that stuff. And again, it's awesome for the scene. Like, it's so sick for all the players and everyone involved. So sick. But
has managed to hide in the corner. That's
how's this corner never getting checked?
Solid player to drop at the beginning of this pistol round. The rest looking to potentially fake out and move back to the B side. They haven't gone just yet, but they have. Well, Hype went. He was a little bit further ahead of the rest, but he's still taking the head off Fighter. Paranoia there to try and slow them potentially, combined alongside some utility, but they haven't been able to get out. Khaled's done well. Spy,
yeah, we needed a double swing.
It's left all on to Hype.
Needed a double swing. One was reloading, the other one.
Round. The streak continues.
I feel like at this point, you gotta, if you're on Apex, start to hate for TU. And the next one is an essential round for TU. And we're going to be on this narrative for a little while. There's quite a gap to make up.
Yeah, I'd say it needs to be impressive, but...
Oh. I mean, that was pretty good. Imagine he committed.
For Apex, wow.
Wu Sight, thank you so much for the 3 months, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for that, dude.
Man who could potentially turn
Ben PD as well. Thank you for the tier 1 as well, mate. Thank you for the 15 months.
Mo has
appreciate the support, you too.
Bit of support. The turret utilized as a early warning system, and once again they look to try and challenge Fighter. He's in a similar spot that he was last round. Again, they're just using all of this Killjoy utility as contact. This is something, of course, last time they played the map, they were using the chamber, so a very different look for any research that had been done. Fighter, though, with the off angle, will take that one without too many problems. The only worry, though, is a couple of players are now fairly low. Considering it's only one pistol for Fighter, everybody else is on rifles. They can't really afford to lose any players.
I mean, Khalid just cleans this up, right?
No, they can.
Guys, you got 20 seconds. You got to open this door or send it.
Certainly there for Apex to force that. Khalid. 10 seconds before that spike will no longer be able to be planted. He's holding his ground. Lost his life. The spike down, and now the round.
Spike, no time. No time.
No need to fight, and the fight has cost.
I still tell you what, though, not bad damage. This guy's kind of unreal with a Marshall as well.
Though, the most important
He's always good for one when he buys a Marshall. I'm still not 100% sold on the deadlock, but they've had some good stuff with it. I've more been like crazy impressed by all the KO stuff.
But they're going to go for a very direct response almost immediately. It's not started out as they would have hoped, and in fact, it's a little disjointed on the way in.
Yeah, okay, this is nice though. We start this one off super easy. We've got 3 like the wolves, man. He's just here all the time.
I think if anything, it just signifies
cemented himself in.
Currently not playing a disciplined game. They're playing we're 11-1 up at the half, and we should be able to win this by goofing around. And if it gets a little closer, then we'll actually try and reveal some stuff game.
Yeah, I think they just went for a pacey hit to try and really test the strength of the defense, especially because the last few rounds had just been Fighter on his own. Like, that's the way they played. It was Fighter with a pistol just holding B. So they spotted that there was a gap, tried to exploit it, and there was a lot more than they were expecting. Still feels like B is where they want to go, but it's a complete change-up. Sand has now started holding this.
Yeah, keep an eye on Hype on this one. Hype with a lock here. Like, it's going to change a lot of the mini-map once he gets spotted by this turret.
Most rounds I wouldn't mind this, but when you're up against pistols...
Wait, did he cage up?
It seems like not the most worthwhile risk, and he's going to fall back.
Oh God.
He had got a lot of ground, but I think he's now been seen by Mo, so that's not going to last long at all.
Oh.
Although the B side.
Anyway, man, this guy's always good for one with the Marshall.
He's doing a great
a lunatic.
job of isolating those fights.
Oh.
Just get taken down by a big swing from Kayak. The upgraded rifle, good for one, but damage has been done. Showstopper online. This could get risky. Sonic sensor to catch them as they move out of heaven. Oh, and a shot from Sulcus. Sublime.
No way they win
Apex
this, right?
The advantage, and the
Nah, they can't.
showstopper.
They shouldn't be able to win it. They don't have good
Still a
poses.
2v2, but the second you
This
tap
guy
that
goal.
spike, you know there could be a rocket coming your way. Shot through the smoke, but it reveals Halid and gets the shot beside him. And a
holy, this guy is so fast, dude.
Well, they know where he is. The nade in combination with Halid has done fantastic work again. Apex maybe a bit too hot off the press. Hype though. He's gonna take a lot of space on B. He's gonna find that opener. The thing is, already as a response from the defense, they're gonna try and go pushing forward, and Sand is waiting. A trade is there, but at this stage, trades aren't enough.
Position-wise, doable, like really doable.
That's a really nice play from Malzy. He just sprints.
Soulcast gets his ult. If they plant, we got one flash for them to take some map control.
You try to get behind him as quick as you can, but Soulcast was left back watching. Now they pump the brakes
look at him
again.
go.
Same old
that
story.
Is an overstep
same
from
position,
Spy, though. They didn't
same
tap him.
result. Numbers thinned even further. Annihilation post plant and a null command. This could be a devastating close. TU with the numbers behind them, but now it's faded away. Mo does well to find one, but he will be dropped. And Soulcast has a 1 versus 1. An opportunity to take it across the line here, but it's solid.
That's really close. It's a really close.
You've lost your mind. They've got so many rounds to play with.
Telemetry, have you played that Deadlock game yet? It's fun as well.
And that very nearly.
A lot of games at the moment, man. Everything's fun.
Ended there with Soulcast. That also allows now for a full investment. An immediate removal of utility. The wall is going to deny an early response. They've broken it fairly
Big Jewel of Heaven.
Getting into the post plot could be dangerous. And
KO flash again, man.
From Malzy.
Nah, give Malzy an extra. Maybe not a 0, but give him something else in there as well.
Openers. Planting, annihilation available. This looks like the beginning of the end.
Maybe double the buyout.
Looks like TU have been annihilated in this series. Apex. Dominant start to this one, and it looks to close out the same. Annihilation finds its mark, leaving just one to fight. It is Fighter, and he's already found 2, but his teammate coming out of the cocoon, no longer breathing life. It leaves all the pressure on him. A swing from
as soon as he goes towards the trap here and has to shoot, it's a nightmare. You can see it, obviously. Dude, they dismantled them on this map, and Apex have a really cool Lotus. Really impressed with some of the stuff. If you watch this back, and you check out some of the KO stuff,